Well, spring break is on the way, and if your family is planning a getaway, you're being warned not to let scammers clip your wings. We're joined now by Simone, President and CEO of the Better Business Bureau. Good morning, Simone. Good to see you.
Good morning.
So what is it about the spring break travel time that makes people particularly vulnerable to scams?
It's timing, right? People want to have a good deal. They want to get away. We're all kind of sick of the weather, right? So, I mean, money is tight. The economy's been hard on people. So if we can find a really good deal and just go somewhere, it's nice, right? And that makes it a perfect opportunity for scam artists.
Yeah, they're trying to find those ways to save money. So vacation rental scams are a big one that people need to be aware of at this time of year. Why is that?
Well, absolutely. I mean, when you think about where we look now to find a place to stay, often it's not through a legitimate travel agent who's going to make sure that you're dealing with a reputable place to be in or at a hotel. So there are lots of types of vacation places that you can go to. And then often with these vacation rental types, they get posted on a place, you connect with someone, and then they try to get you offline to save money. And before you know it, you've booked accommodation, but it's not legit. And so you end up being out of pocket.
It's hard because you want to have a place to stay, but unless you have that word of mouth, I guess that's a good thing is to ask your circle, say, hey, where have you stayed? Was it reputable? So sweepstakes and free vacation stays, these are scams that are out there as well. I mean, where do we find those? Where do we those come across our feed, if you will?
Those have been around for so many years. They just keep repackaging themselves. I mean, I don't know about you, but often you get phone calls and they're telling you that you've won something.
Yes.
And, you know, before you know it, you find you're giving your credit card number over the phone. You're like, well, wait a minute. I won. Why am I giving my credit card?
Why am I putting money up front for something?
Yeah. Or, I mean, you enter into a draw at a trade show and then they tell you, great, you've won a prize, but just so you know, when you get there, there is a timeshare presentation and there's some taxes you have to pay for. So we want to remind people that if you are being contacted, first of all, make sure you entered. And second of all, if they're asking you to pay for something, make sure you understand what you're paying for.
Right. You might spend a lot of your vacation sitting in front of a presentation or being scammed out of that money altogether.
Absolutely.
Something called a third-party booking site scam. So how does that work? Is it pretty common?
It is pretty common, especially now, because where do we go when we're starting to look for cheap travel is we go online. And anyone can advertise online, and so these sites pop up and you think you're dealing with, you know, a reputable airline or a reputable third-party booking place, but in reality you're not. And so you think you're booked great airfare, you get a phone call, and after you've booked, you've given them your credit card, and then they're telling you there's a problem and you have to pay more. So we do see scams like that.
I mean, the old adage, you know, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Yeah. Is that what we should always be thinking whenever we're booking travel? And what are the other red flags that we should be looking for?
Well, I want people to listen to their gut, right? So yes, listen to your gut. If it sounds too good to be true, absolutely. But we also want you to check the business out. I mean, there's so many places you can look at for information. Come to us. I mean, that's what we do. We provide information at BBB.org. So, I mean, we want you to start there. You know, if you can, pay by credit card, because when you do book and if you don't get the travel, then at least you've got some recourse to your credit card company.
Just getting back to people can go to you. I know when you go to your website, is it a matter of like typing in the name of the company to see what their standing is? Is that what people should be looking for? Absolutely.
Or you can even just type BBB plus company name if Google's your place to go. I mean, that's going to give you a starting place. That's going to tell you what other people's experience has been with this, if it's a legitimate business. The other place you can go to is our Scam Tracker website. Scam Tracker not just provides a place for people to report scams, but it gives you a place that you can read up on other people's experiences. So that can tell you what to look out for.
That's good information. Simone from the Better Business Bureau, thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
Good tips today. Okay, well, it's Monday. Time to make sure